All the reports right now, everyone's got confidence. First, Toronto, they have confidence because they have the recent experience with Kawhi, and they know that they're going to get the last presentation to Kawhi in his team, so they're confident in that. The Clippers, they're confident. They thought that the Lakers would never be able to match or be able to clear enough cap space after the Anthony Davis. So everyone seems like they should have confidence, but right now I can tell all the teams they shouldn't have any confidence because they don't know what Kawhi is going to do. He just started the process. Now, I know we've seen it. I think $1,700 million contracts, over $3 billion the NBA spent, but still no one knows what Kawhi is going to do. I have a good feeling of what he's going to do, but he just started the process basically yesterday morning. It's going to be a process that I believe is going to take us until after the 4th of July. But the Lakers and LeBron, if they want to win multiple championships, that should be the question. Because they can compete for a championship with Anthony Davis and LeBron. But the best situation for them moving forward, Anthony Davis, 27, Kawhi Leonard, 28 recently. If they want to compete over the next 4 or 5 years and be able to extend that career that LeBron James wants to, this would be the move because it should push LeBron back to his more natural as a distributor, as a point guard, and he's got two of the elite defenders at their position in Kawhi and AD that he's going to be a better defender as he gets older because of that. But absolutely, yes, they should sign Kawhi if the Lakers are doing what the Lakers have done the last 40 years compared to what they've done, Nick, the last 6.
All right, first of all, I have a big gripe to pick with you. I'm going to start the show with it. I'm on about 2 hours less sleep than I need to be because my partner, my friend Chris Carter, did not share with me the information he could have shared, at least with me, if not the entire world, around 10 p.m. last night, which was that everyone can go to bed. That you knew nothing was happening yesterday. You come in this morning, you're like,
I was
should I have tweeted this out?
Yeah, I should have put Twitter in all the Kawhi to L.A. night last night. You're right.
I should have told, at the very least, told me nothing's happening last night because you got word around 10 p.m. I'm up till 12:30 refreshing my phone like a lunatic. So, okay, so now that that's dealt with, let's talk about the question at hand. The Lakers for this upcoming season are rapidly approaching a bit of a point of no return. We talked about how
if they're not already there.
Right. We talked about that when they signed Anthony Davis, when we didn't know if they would have the max cap space, could they construct a viable, not just contender, but a championship favorite without a third max player?
23 to 26 million.
Right. And I said the answer was yes, because I thought you could get Seth Curry for $7 to $8 million. Well, he just signed for $8 million. I thought you could get Patrick Beverley for around $10 million. He just signed for what was $13 million, so he got a little more than I expected. Because the Clippers, by the way, they didn't want to wait anymore. They knew they weren't going to get the 2 max guys they had the availability for. So they said, we can leave money for Kawhi and still start dealing with some of our business. I want America to see the best available free agents, at least according to my rankings. Here's the 5 guys. It's the best player available, Kawhi Leonard, arguably the best player in the league. Then Boogie, who does not fit with the Lakers. Danny Green, who fits great, more on him in a moment. Marcus Morris, who I like, but is a forward they don't need. Kelly Oubre is a wing who does not shoot very well. When we are talking about adding guards to the roster, which is what they need if they don't get Kawhi Leonard, the best available point guard is T.J. McConnell. And T.J. McConnell's been a nice player for Philadelphia. After that, you're talking about Justin Holiday. What about trying to get a resurgence out of Avery Bradley? Those are the names we're talking about because the Lakers have been in a holding pattern on Kawhi. Now, I mentioned Danny Green. Danny Green seems to be waiting for Kawhi's decision.
Yes.
Meaning that if Kawhi picks the Clippers or the Raptors, I would imagine Danny Green is not then going to go sign with the Lakers. He will likely try to join Kawhi, either back in Toronto to run it back or potentially with the Clippers with the Mavericks being involved. So the Lakers, can they compete with LeBron and Anthony Davis? Yes. Can they compete for a championship? Yes. But are they going to be in the weakest position they could have been in with 2 players that good as far as rest of the roster, given what they gave up for Anthony Davis and the way they have sat out free agency waiting on Kawhi? That's not the position that they plan to be in. It will all be worth it if they get the reigning Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard. But if they don't get him, you are going from a 5-star steak dinner to, just a couple street card hot dogs. And that is the position the Lakers are finding themselves in.
With everything we know about Kawhi, with where he's from, with where he wants to end up, with who he's looked up to, with the guys that he wants to play with and how much he likes winning because he just did it, give me a reason why he wouldn't choose the Lakers.
Well, they had magic in Toronto. And you have to realize the Clippers and the Lakers are in the same building. The Clippers, from a roster standpoint, do they have more depth? Yes. As far as Kawhi wanting to play with certain players, Kawhi's not ignorant. Kawhi realizes that he's got 2 championships, and he'd like to have 4 and the better players, but the players aren't going to dictate where he decides to go to work. There are going to be a number of things. The medical staff, time management, workload, how much he's going to have to play, those types of things are going to have to be worked out. What's the style? How they plan to use him? How's he going to grow his game? Toronto already has the answers for all those things. So they're just waiting for an opportunity. The Lakers had some explaining to do based on what we've been reporting. Kawhi is not naive to that. They had to be able to be explained those things. And the Clippers have always been in it as far as with Jerry West and Doc Rivers. So the Lakers, he had to get more familiar with the Lakers than any of the other organization. That's why it's going to take some time and some patience.
All 3 teams have a very compelling pitch. The Raptors' pitch is obvious. We just won the title. Gasol opted back in. We can run it back. No one has ever been the Finals MVP and walked away from that team unless they were walking to retirement. Guys don't do that. You can own a country for basketball fans. That's their pitch. The Clippers' pitch is, look at what we did without a star. Look at who our coach is. Look at who our team president is. And, oh, by the way, we're also in Los Angeles. The Lakers' pitch is very simple. We give you the best chance to win multiple championships. You and Anthony Davis can be the best duo in basketball 3 years from now to 10 years from now. Forget the LeBron part of it. And LeBron James, find a great player who's played with LeBron who right now doesn't speak glowingly of him. And as far as growing his game, which is something you've talked about, the only part of Kawhi's game that is not an A or an A+ is his distributing the basketball. A guy same size, same position as Kawhi, who could teach him to a degree how to become a better distributor of the basketball, that is LeBron James. So all 3 teams have a great pitch, which is why it's such a tough decision for Kawhi that Chris is reporting is going to take a few more days.
I think the 2 things the Lakers can offer that no other team can offer, and that's the workload management, even though they tried that in Toronto. But with him, LeBron, and AD, they can do it in a way that no one can do it. And there's no team that can say that Kawhi grew up watching but the Lakers.
Which is why the Lakers right now seems to be the most compelling of the 3 for him. All right, take a break. Coming up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.